How long have you been there?
For too long.
Paso, unfortunately, is one of the most misunderstood Latin American dances. In today's episode, we're going to go through some of the fundamental figures that are associated with Paso Doble dancing. Let's go! Hello and welcome to the Dancer's Hideout, the place where you'll find all the tips and tricks to help you and your dance. My name's Ian, I'm a professional teacher and former competitor with over 30 years of dance experience.
Nice.
Paso Doble has a tendency to be seen as intimidating, dramatic, and something that only advanced dancers are actually able to learn. But in reality, Paso Doble is probably the clearest dance when it's explained correctly.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Paso Doble, by its nature, is not an angry dance. It might be seen as that, but in reality, it's not an angry dance. And the power that we create in Paso Doble comes from the way that we restrain ourselves and how we maintain a form of discipline within ourselves as we try and dance both shape and choreographical steps. So let's first of all go through some key details that surround the Paso Doble dancing, and then we'll break down a few of the key figures that we can put together in various different combinations to make a little bit of a choreographical routine for ourselves. Paso Doble, by nature, is characterized with flamenco style dancing and also the Spanish matador. These elements are probably what give it the stigma of being like a very angry kind of dance. But in reality, Paso is more about shape, contrast, and how we maintain a clear positioning with our partner.
I'm falling and I can't giddy up!
So, let's go through some fundamentals of Paso Doble dancing first, and then we'll go through some figures one by one. If we stand with our feet together, this doesn't matter if we're dancing as leader or as lady, it's exactly the same for both dances. We're going to start with our feet together. I'm going to do it on diagonal position here so that you can see clearly from how I'm explaining, and then also with camera 2 as well, okay?
Oh, thank you.
So, from the diagonal position, what we're going to do is we're going to lift to our sternum, our upper center, as I personally refer it to. We're then going to send our hips forward like this. So we've got a forward position and a lifted position here as well. This is taken from the fact that we already have a correct posture with our spine elongated. So I've got an elongated spine, I'm going to send the hips forward and lift to here. This is going to create like a type of curved position, or a banana shape, some people like to term it as.
Banana! Banana!
But as you can see from the side here, I've got a curved position. If I go back to a normal postural position, I would come to here. With the lift and hips forward, and more forward projected, which means I've got a bit of a curve from my position.
Banana!
This is the position that we want to have when we're dancing Paso Doble dancing. And this is what's important to be maintained as we dance Paso Doble dancing, so that we can then use the correct form of technique to create shape as and when we need to.
Banana!
Now that we've got the correct positioning for Paso, we also have the appel action that we also use in the Paso Doble dancing as well. I already explained in one of our earlier Bite-Size Sunday episodes how we create the appel action.
No way.
But just as a quick go over, the appel action happens by sharply placing either the leader's whole foot or the lady's ball flat footwork onto the floor very, very quickly, one, like this. And this action is used to signify to the partner that we're ready to move, and maybe we need to change direction in some instances as well. With this in mind, let's go through the first figure that we're going to come into contact with, the Sur Place.
The Sur Place.
For the leader steps here, we're going to start with the weight on the left foot. We're going to elevate onto 2 balls of feet for a count and then he's going to march on the spot using the right foot for the ball of foot, 1, the left foot on the spot for the ball of foot for count 2, the right foot on the spot with count 3, and the 4th step with the left foot on the ball of foot for count 4. So he's going to go and 1, 2, 3, 4. For the lady, she's going to do exactly the same thing, just the opposite way around. She's going to use the and count to elevate onto the balls of the feet and dance the first step with her left foot on the ball of foot for count 1, the right foot in place on the ball of foot for count 2, the third step on the left foot on the ball of foot for count 3, and then the fourth step on the ball of foot with the right foot for count 4. For the lady, and 1, 2, 3, 4. To make sure that we're not doing like a 5-hour video or something like this, I'm going to keep everything quite condensed and quite centralized on shape and how we move.
Julian!
The first thing I'm going to mention is that the Sur Place figure that we've just covered here does not include the appel movement, because we don't need this when we're dancing a Sur Place. The second thing that you'll note is that it is danced on the spot.
Obvious.
This figure is very useful with changing our orientation, changing our positioning, and also to help the couple re-establish their positioning so that they can then continue effectively into the next choreographical figure that they want to do in their routine.
I think you have that the wrong way around.
You'll notice as well that when going through the description of the steps there for the leader and the lady, I use the term and that and is to encourage you to do a rise action onto the balls of the feet. So you'll go and 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can tell is on the spot, okay?
Okay.
The next figure that we come into contact with is the Chassé movement to the right.
Hold on to your butt.
Just to right.
For the Chassé movement to the right, the leader is going to start with his weight on his left foot. He's going to dance the first step with his right foot to the side, close his left foot to his right foot on count 2, step to the side with his right foot for count 3, and close his feet for count 4 using the left foot. So his steps are going to go side, close, side, close. For the lady, she's going to start with her weight on her right foot. She's going to dance the first step to the side with her left foot, close her right foot to her left foot on count 2. She's going to step to the side again with her left foot for count 3, and then she's going to close her right foot to her left foot on count 4. So she's going to dance side, close, side, close. So you can see with this step pattern here, it's very easy. The leader is going to go to the right,
Obvious.
hence the name, Chassé to the right. So he's going to go side, close, to the right. The lady's going to do side, close, to the left. This movement ideally would have the leader facing towards the center of the floor as he's dancing this. So he would be here and he would dance side, close, facing the center of the floor with his back to the wall. Ladies, you'll be facing the wall here. So you'll go side, close.
You're goddamn right.
In the Paso Doble dancing, we use the alignments more than we do any other dance. This is primarily because it is progressive. And so because it's progressive, we need to use the alignments to help orientate ourselves in the room as we progress down the floor.
Okay.
Feel free to check out this video on alignments where we cover a little bit more in depth about how progressive alignments work.
That's it? That's the best you got?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
The Chassé movement also can turn a quarter of a turn as well. It's commonly danced side, close to help turn you to face down the room.
Liar!
Shaping wise, this has a lot of shaping possibility when it's being danced, because there's a lot of contrast that can be created with this movement. So you can dance from the closed hold position here and dance side, close,
Bruh.
and create a shape over to the right. So the leader would lower his right side here slightly, his left hand would curve over like this,
Banana! Jesus Christ.
and he would go side, close. You can also do it away.
You serious?
So I'm moving to the right, but I'm shaping the opposite direction. In which case, this is going to drop down, and this is going to slightly lift. Side, close.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
So it's quite a nice diverse form of figuration with this type of stylized shaping involved with it. The next figure that we come into contact with is the Chassé movement to the left.
Boring.
And just as you might assume, this is going to do the opposite of what the chassis to the right is.
I think you have that the wrong way around.
The detail is that we're now going to include our rappel action. So for the chassis to the left, the leader is going to do his rappel action using his right foot and the whole of the foot for the footwork. And this is going to be danced on count 1. He's then going to step to the side with his left foot on count 2, close his right foot to his left foot on count 3, and then he's going to step to the side with his left foot on count 4, finishing with an open foot position. And the timing is going to be rappel on 1, to the side, 2, close, 3, side, 4. For the lady's step, she's going to do the opposite to what the leader has just done. So she's going to rappel using the ball flat footwork on her left foot for count 1. She's going to dance to the side using her right foot for count 2, close her left foot to her right foot on count 3, and finish to the side with her right foot on count 4. So she's going to dance rappel 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully it's not too tricky to understand what's taking place there with the step pattern. With the chassis to the left movement for the leader, he's going to use the rappel action first because he's facing the wall.
No way.
So when he does the chassis to the right, he faces the center and he can just move. When he's doing the chassis to the left, he's facing the wall and he uses the rappel action to commence the movement, 1, and then move off into that direction. The details surrounding this figure in terms of its shape and also its possibility to turn follows exactly the same details as what was mentioned previously for the chassis to the right.
Really?
When we come to doing the shape aspect, it follows a very similar kind of logic as what we did before.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
So if I do it this way, because it's probably a bit easier for you to see, you're going to dance the chassis to the left movement here. I'll do it as a leader because it's easier for me to explain and dance it.
You speak when you're spoken to, ding-a-ling.
So you're going to do rappel 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can see I did a shape to the right here.
Okay.
If I'm doing the shape to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4. These characteristics, we've only talked about 3 figures so far, and not including the rappel action. And already there's a bit of a sense of the character coming through here. We can have so much stylization, shape creation, and turning possibilities with this, that if somebody was to just watch these sequence of steps being danced, you can dance them in any order.
You serious?
Typically you would probably dance Sur Place, chassis to the left maybe, Sur Place that turns, maybe the chassis to the right that turns. You know, any combination can work as long as it's making sense and it progresses down the floor. So it gives you clarity about what we've already been talking about so far with the details of the movements and the figures themselves.
Okay.
The next figure is a little bit of a personal favourite of mine. It's known as the Promenade figure and it's a progressive form of movement. For me personally, I quite like this figure. I've always tried to include it in choreographies that I've taught to students because I think it's quite appropriate and it's very nice to dance, as well as having like lots of nice like tails that you can really get your teeth stuck into when you're working and developing it. But also as well, it's also very effective as well when it's being danced at the high level.
Banana!
A good promenade figure can very easily outclass something very fast and syncopated. So we'll go through the steps first as leader and as lady, and then we'll break down this movement a little bit more in detail.
Time to change your couple position for
Promenade.
So for the promenade figure, the leader is going to do an rappel action on his right foot using the whole foot, and at the same time he's going to switch the direction to face down the room. So he's going to start facing the wall and he's going to switch 1 to face down the room. He's going to walk forward on his left foot, 2, forward and slightly on the diagonal for step 3, and then turn and step to the side on step 4. He's then going to walk backwards on his right foot for step 5, back on step 6 with his left foot, and then step to the side with step 7 with his right foot, and close his left foot to his right foot on step and the count 8. Danced all together, that's going to go rappel 1, walk 2, 3, side 4, back 5, 6, side 7, close 8. For the lady, the lady is going to start facing towards the center of the floor. She's going to do the appel action. And she's going to switch her direction to face down the room with the leader in a promenade position for 1. She walks forward with the right foot on count 2, forward on step 3 with count 3, forward again with the right foot in between the leader's feet for count 4. She goes on the left foot on the outside of the leader this time, continuing to walk forward down the floor for count 5. Forward again on count 6, to the side with the left foot on count 7, and closes the right foot to the left foot for count 8. And altogether, that will be appel and switch for count 1. Walk 2, walk 3, in between 4, walk 5, walk 6, side 7, close 8. So as you can see, this figure is very progressive when it's being danced together, because you switch on that first step to face down the room, and then you keep moving in that direction. And essentially what happens is the lady keeps moving in that direction. She keeps moving forward until she closes at the very end of the movement. The leader is kind of turning across the lady to switch his position, and then he's going to end facing the opposite direction. Obviously, the lady going to finish facing this direction, okay? So for the leader, it feels like a lot more dynamic, and for the lady, it'll feel like you're just essentially progressing to then change at the end.
I think you have that the wrong way around.
Now, the important thing is that when you dance the appel action is an assertive form of step that instigates the commencement of the movement. When it's being danced, in this instance, we're also going to turn to the promenade position. So we're going to take that energy that we would send here, and we're also going to help, from a leader's perspective, use the hands a little bit to help switch the lady to face down the room. From there, you can then walk out with the next step and continue with the sequence of steps that come from what we've just gone through there.
Nice.
In terms of shaping, one detail, when you turn to the promenade, we got the closed hold, and as you can see, my hands are in because I'm holding the lady. When I switch to the promenade, 1, I scoop the hand in and push away. If my partner's hand is in this connected position here, we scoop in together and push away like this. So we're actually doing the same type of positioning with our connection, and that's how the lady knows to turn to promenade. Liar! It's this coming in that tells the lady, oh, he's going to turn now, and he says, this is the direction we're going to go.
You're goddamn right.
As the leader comes across to the side step, he's going to lift the left hand up and shape over to the right. So if I do it here so you can see a bit better.
Thank you.
We've got 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to lift the hand up. 4. This shape here, this curve to the right,
Banana!
helps tell the lady to stay on the outside. You keep that shape, leaders, as you do the next 2 steps. 5, 6. You then do the same push away movement to step to the side. 7. So it came in and pushed away 7. And then we just close the feet. 8. And it just comes in. 8. Like that.
No way.
This figure is very, very diverse, and it has a lot more Paso Doble feel about it than a lot of the other types of movements. The promenade figure here is a very active movement because we're changing position a little bit, so it's a little bit more complicated, but also as well, like, the shapes are a lot more active. You're not just doing a shape for a series of steps, you're actually doing a few different shapes throughout the entirety of the figure. That'll about do it for today's video.
Finally!
There's quite a lot there for everybody to get their teeth into a little bit. I wanted this to be a little bit of an introduction, so to speak, for the Paso Doble, but built on some of the stuff that we've mentioned previously in one of our former videos on Paso Doble. So again, if you've not seen that video, please do check it out. It'll help with a lot of details that we've talked about for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, be sure to give us a like. I really appreciate it, of course. If you want to see more from the Dancers Hideout, then be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure you ding the bell icon so that you can stay notified from whenever we're putting out new videos or content. And drop down in the comment section down below anything that you want to see in a future video, or maybe there's something from today's video that you've really enjoyed.
Wrong.
Let us know. We do want to hear from you. In the meantime, my name's Ian, this is the Dancers Hideout, and it's been a pleasure.